Rick, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakapadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and his unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew of the Rosh Hashanah, Holy Tongue. And I say Rakadam to the elders and apostles, for Akim Ma'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the M.O.T.B news updates as of April the 26th, 2026, and that's Sunday afternoon. And it says, as of April 2026, the global central digital bank currency of the CBC developments are split between rapid target plots, an emerging economy, and increasing legislative resistance in the United States. The key trends: India, integration of e-rupee into the welfare system. The European Central Bank is focusing on the euro standards, and the U.S. is moving to restrict federal central bank currency issuance. It says uh, the key regional central bank currency development. It says the United States, the U.S. Congress has moved to block a federal central bank currency, which the legislature signed into law, and the Federal Reserve from issuing a digital dollar directly to the individuals. It says, amending the concerns over financial privacy and surveillance. India, the Reserve Bank of India is pushing its e-rupee, targeting the inclusion of the 7.5 million families and the Galarayat subsidies of subsidized food, and attempt to bridge the gap between lower user adoptions and its higher volume and existing unified payment interface (UPI). It says European Union, the European Central Bank is working on a minimizing digital rollout caused by reusing existing and established payment frameworks. South Korea, the Central Bank, uh, South Korea, the Bank of Korea is prioritizing a central digital currencies and the tokenized deposits over private stablecoins to maintain financial stability. The BRICS nations discussing are accelerating regarding a BRICS digital currency framework, which they've been having in the making for years, and as of recent, and that potentially might challenge the American dollar. It says the focus is on utility. Countries are moving behind theology design a specific using case like government subsidies to drive the adoption. Privacy and concern. A major debate centers on the balancing government surveillance concerning with the need for security and anti-money laundering, AML controls. Right, that's been definitely been objectives concern, pushing for policies and controls concerning balance. It says offline functionality. It says development efforts are increasingly focusing on ability for of central digital currencies work without internet connectivities, right? Because you've been using that, especially with this online and offline options as part of currency as well too. With this cross-border payment, with the countries leaning towards that option as well too. It says recent notable events: the first quarter, and the second quarter of 2026. March of 2026, the U.S. Senate voted overwhelmingly to block the Federal Reserve issuing a central digital currency, right? Because it's a government. They look at it as a government spying and government control of spying and controlling your money. It says April 2026, the European Central Bank announced it's working on a common technical standard including contactless payments, the CPACE standards to reduce the cost of potential digital euro launch. Right, so we're seeing more and more of these cross-border payments, offline payments, online payments, the pushing of the central digital currency Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency. Some might block or not using the central bank currency because they believe it's government control and spying on their financials. Some having privacy and concern as a balance, especially privacy and protection of their money is a concern among these nations, especially the United States. Some others choose the central district currency, and then some others choose the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, and it's going to lead to the path, of the market beast, of this digital dollar, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency, Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrencies, the neural link, the nanotechnology, the brain chip, the pushing of the digital RFID chip that they want to implant into your body, even if you're upper class, lower class, economic spectrum. But definitely, as of right now, we've been seeing more and more of the pushing, everything leaning towards digital cash and more of a cashless society, and the more pushing of this digital RFID chip. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 13. Yep, book of Revelations 13, verse 16. It says, "And the cause of all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads," right? To receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. The pushing of the mark of the beast, of this current beast system, as we enter more and more of a cashless society and the technology society as it is already. With this Eurolink, nanotechnology, smart cities, 15-minute cities, and the pushing of this digital RFID chip that they want to implant in your right hand or in your foreheads to buy or sell, even if you're upper class or lower class of the economic spectrum. Revelations 13, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, right? Unless you have that digital RFID chip. More and more of this cashless society, because the paper dollar, as we know, is going to be thinking past. Revelations 13, verse 17 says that no man might buy or sell, right? So once this comes into motion, once this comes into full effect among all the nations, this is going to be a time where, in order for you to buy or sell, you got to have that corroboration. It says that no man might buy or sell, say they have. Revelations 13, verse 17, it says that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the Quran, or the name of the BST, or know his name. Revelations 13, verse 18, it says, Revelations 13, verse 18, it says, "Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of the BST, for it is the number of a man, and his number is SIX, 303 squared SIX." So with that, hopefully it's sit down. Let's was edifying of the M.O.T.B news updates as of April the 26th, 2026. It's Sunday afternoon. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Kodash. Those are the in the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Bahashem. In the name of Hamashiach and Habashai. Those are the true names in ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashkalash, the Holy Tongue. And I say the Wakathon to the elders and apostles, Wa'aki and Wa'akaf. Until next time, I say Shalom.